What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to be going over the upgrades that I've made to my Benelli M4. God, I love that sound. But before we get into the upgrades that I've done to my M4, I do want to encourage all of you guys to go head over to gunstreamer.com. I will leave a link down in the video description to my channel over there. Gunstreamer.com is basically like YouTube, but it's more revolved around gun guys. And all of us gun guys can post our build videos, how-to videos, the things we used to be able to do here on YouTube, we can now do over on Gunstreamer. Gunstreamer also has an app, and there are a bunch of awesome channels over there, so definitely click that link down in the video description. Now that that's out of the way, let's jump into this Benelli M4. Now, the Benelli M4 is a very well-known, very popular shotgun in the gun industry, but not a lot of people have them because of the heavy price tag. Now, the Benelli M4 for me was one of my grail guns, so when I came across a deal on this shotgun, I couldn't help myself. I had to jump on it. It may have made the wife a little bit mad, but this was one of those guns that I had to have. Now, this is a very expensive shotgun right off the showroom floor, so it was really hard to make some of these upgrades to it just because it's so damn expensive, but I finally think I am happy with it. I think I'm going to leave it in this configuration, so I thought I would do a quick rundown on all the upgrades that we've made to this shotgun. Now, what we're going to do is start in the rear and work our way up. So starting in the rear, when I first got this shotgun, it did have the one-piece, non-adjustable pistol grip buttstock that Benellis do come with. Some of them come with a pistol grip while others do not. I'm guessing that's a compliance thing for certain states. But this one here did have the one-piece, non-adjustable buttstock. It really wasn't a bad buttstock. I still have it laying around here somewhere. But this buttstock is really what makes the M4 stand out, in my opinion. Now, these adjustable buttstocks are not cheap. They run upwards of $200 just for the adjustable stock assembly, which a lot of guys would say that is absolutely insane, and it is pretty crazy for a buttstock for a shotgun. But I was lucky enough to find this one used. I think I paid right around $100 for it, shipped, and you really can't beat that. That is an insanely good price for this buttstock. But I know BenelliParts.net does carry these buttstocks, so if you do have an M4 and you're looking to upgrade that old crappy buttstock to an adjustable, definitely check out BenelliParts.net. Moving forward, we have a rubberized pistol grip, and it really does aid when you're throwing down rounds of 12 gauge downrange. Having a little bit of a pad on this buttstock and a rubberized grip is definitely a huge advantage in my opinion. Now, getting into the trigger, this trigger is also from BenelliParts.net. Big shout out to those guys. They did send in some parts for this build, and we did do some installation videos on those parts. But this trigger here is coated in nickel boron. It really doesn't look like anything fancy. Of course, all you're going to see is the shoe, but it really did improve the trigger pull in this shotgun quite a bit. Now, just like any other Benelli upgrade, this trigger was pretty pricey as well. I want to say they come in right around $200, and if you do have a Benelli M4 and you plan on doing any work to it, go ahead and get yourself a quality pair of snap ring pliers. I tried to go with a crappy pair when I was working on the trigger and a few other things on this shotgun, and it really made my life pretty difficult. So I went out and bought a quality set. I believe they're Channel Lock brand snap ring pliers, and it saved a lot of time. If you ever plan on working on this shotgun, or more specifically changing the trigger, this thing is like a Swiss watch. It is really kind of a pain in the ass to change the trigger, but if you have quality tools and some patience, you'll get the job done just fine. Now, moving up on top of the receiver, we have our factory ghost ring sights, and honestly, ghost ring sights on a shotgun are just something that, now that I've had them, I really wouldn't want a tactical shotgun without them. Now, I know like the Benellis, I'm sure some of like the 930 tacticals have them. I know some of the 590s, like the 590A1s, do have ghost ring sights, and these have really become something that I have grown to love on this shotgun. Now, something that is new that you guys probably haven't seen yet is this Trijicon RMR sitting on a Scalarworks sync mount. Now, what's cool about this mount is designed for the Benelli M4, or was designed for the Benelli M4, and they do have two different models. This one here is obviously for a Trijicon RMR, but they also have one that is for an Aimpoint Micro. Now, I do think running an Aimpoint Micro on this shotgun would be awesome, but I had an extra RMR laying around, so I decided to go ahead and mount it on the M4. Now, I believe this RMR is a Type 1. I have a couple Type 1s and a couple Type 2s. I'm pretty sure this is one of the Type 1s. I've never had any issues with it, and it's honestly handled the recoil of this setup pretty damn well. Now as far as the mount is also a little bit pricey. Anything involving Benelli upgrades are going to cost insane amounts of money. I don't know why. I think it's because not a lot of companies out there make upgrades for the M4, so when a company does, they can pretty much charge what they want. Now this ScalarWorks mount, while it is top-notch, all the fit, finish, everything on it was absolutely perfect, it's still a little bit pricey. I think it's like $100 just for the mount. Now the next upgrade that I want to talk about is the charging handle. So this charging handle is a huge step up from the factory Benelli charging handle. Factory M4 charging handle is just really skinny, kind of hard to get a hold of. So this one here makes a world of difference while running this shotgun. Now whether you're charging the gun or you are clearing a malfunction, whatever the case may be, this enlarged charging handle that is texturized just really makes a huge difference. Now this one here came from Mike over at Tango Arms. He drew up a design, had a company make these for him, and I believe he has quite a few of them left. So if you guys are interested, check out tangoarms.com. Moving on from the charging handle, and you guys probably won't be able to see it, but I do have a Freedom Fighter USA made follower. Now this is a 922 compliant part, and that is a big part of upgrading your Benelli M4. You want to make sure you're within those 922R compliance standards. So if you are going to upgrade your M4, just look into the 922R laws and what you're doing with your upgrades. So we have the Freedom Follower, and I also have the extended or full-length magazine tube spring. That was a pain in the ass to get in, and thank God for quality snap ring pliers, because I battled that one for about an hour. Now I did put the Benelli brand 7-round magazine tube on here. There are a lot of great options out there like Carrier Comp, Freedom Fighter USA. They make good stuff, but I really wanted this thing to be as close as an M1014 as possible. Now the M1014 comes with this adjustable buttstock as well as the full-length magazine tube. So in my opinion, that is what everybody wants. So I'm glad that I went with a factory Benelli part on the magazine tube. Do I think it makes a difference? Not really. I know there are a lot of companies out there that do make titanium magazine tubes, and they are a little bit pricier. So if that's something you want, nothing against that, that's cool. But in my opinion, I just think it's a little bit overkill. Now another thing that I get asked about a lot is this handguard. And this handguard here is just something that I stippled, and actually stipple these for Tango Arms. We have them listed on Tango Arms website. We do Benelli M4 foregrips as well as M2 foregrips and M2 stocks. I'm really not a stippler. I'm not looking to get into the stipple business. I really don't have a lot of time for it. But whenever somebody wants an M4 foregrip stipple that they purchase over at Tango Arms, I stipple it. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy making awesome upgrades to people's M4s. Now the latest and greatest upgrade that we've made to this shotgun is this light and mount from Impact Weapon Solutions, and so far I am really liking this mount. I will be doing a full review on the mount and light setup on the M4, but I thought I would show you guys a little bit of it now. Now what I really like about this light mount setup is you can mount your light on either side, and it does have basically a scout mount, and it did come with a Picatinny rail section. So if you want to throw on like a Surefire X300 or a Streamlight TLR1, you can do that. Now for this shotgun, I really don't think I'm going to run a pressure pad. I can get in there just fine. Right about where my thumb sits is where the light is, so I can get on there, and I do have my momentary as well as constant on. This is a great setup for me, and I'm really happy that I went with it. Now, this light mount also has QD points on each side, and I usually do run a sling on this shotgun. I do wish there was a way to get a QD socket on the back somehow, but I do run a Blue Force Gear sling on here, and I usually just thread the sling through the stock right back here. It's a nice setup, I like it, but for the video I went ahead and took the sling off. But like I said, it would be great if someone made some sort of QD adapter to go on the back of the M4. Now those are basically all of the upgrades that we've done to this shotgun. This has been a work in progress for sure. Like I said, when I first bought this shotgun, it was really expensive, so it was hard for me to make these upgrades. So this gun here did take a little bit longer to get finished than some of my other guns, mainly because it is so damn expensive and all of the upgrades for it are so damn expensive. But I think we're going to get out and make a range video with this shotgun, put a few rounds through it with this mount on, and then we will give the mount a review as well. So if you guys have any further questions on my Benelli M4, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. And if you look down in the video description, I will leave a link to my Benelli M4 playlist. We have quite a few videos out on the M4. This is just such an awesome shotgun. It really is one of my grail guns, and now that it's finished, I am just in love with it. This is one of those guns that while I'm working at the desk, I just take out and set next to me, and every now and then, you know, I'll pick it up, play with it, and just the sound of that bolt going home, man, this thing is just an absolute beast. So as always, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate all your support. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.